You think it's your looks, your bank account, your fashion, maybe your car. But that's not what really makes women crave a man. The brutal truth? It's not even about them, it's about you. Not the version you post on social media, but the version of you that shows up when no one is watching. Because there's one trait, one core energy that 99.5% of women find completely irresistible. And once you embody it, not fake it, but become it, something strange happens. Women lean in, their guard drops, and without saying a word, you pull them in with a gravity they can't explain. This is not game, it's not manipulation, it's ancient, primal, and brutally honest. And it begins with a truth the Stoics knew centuries ago. A man who needs nothing attracts everything. Most men try too hard. They chase, they text double, they plan, plot, overthink every move. But women don't fall for effort. They fall for energy. Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Translate that into the world of dating, and you begin to see the brutal truth. A man who doesn't need a woman is the man she wants most. Why? Because he doesn't orbit her. He doesn't worship her. He doesn't trade his self-respect for a smile. His presence says, "I'd like you, but I don't need you." That presence, that detachment, is electric. It's magnetic. It whispers confidence, even in silence. Here's what most men miss. Women are emotionally tuned in. It's not about what you say, it's about how you carry yourself. If your self-worth is tied to how she reacts, she'll feel it. If your energy shrinks when she pulls away, she'll know. Neediness is loud, even when your lips are sealed. The Stoics taught, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Why? Because growth requires letting go of approval. Most men act confident until rejection threatens them, but the truly powerful man remains unmoved. He doesn't chase comfort, he doesn't flinch. And in that unshakable calm, women melt. You've been told to be a man, to dominate, to lead, to assert. But let's get real. Masculinity isn't volume, it's control. Not over others, but over yourself, over your impulses, over your hunger for validation. Seneca said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Women aren't drawn to loud men. They're drawn to calm ones, solid ones. Men who don't perform masculinity but embody it. You don't need to impress her with stories or money. You impress her by being unbothered when things don't go your way. That calmness, that inner fire under control, it radiates strength. It tells her, you can come close, but you'll never shake me. Walk into a room without looking for attention, and suddenly, attention finds you. That's not magic, it's the law of energy. Women respond not to flash, but to focus. A man who is focused on his purpose, who doesn't flinch when ignored, who isn't hungry for approval, becomes the most interesting man in the room. Why? Because he's rare. While others try to be noticed, he's content being, and that stillness is rare in a world of noise. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." A man with strong inner thoughts doesn't chase chaos, invites calm. That calm is what women want to rest in. That's the real alpha energy. Quiet, present, unapologetic. Here's what most men never understand. A woman doesn't fall for your resume. She falls for how she feels around you. If she feels safe, seen, and steady in your presence, you've already won. But if she feels like she's being analyzed, hunted, or put on a pedestal, she pulls away. Because no woman wants to carry your insecurities. She wants to surrender to your strength. And the strongest men are those who have tamed their inner storms. The Stoics mastered this. They taught, you have power over your mind, not outside events. A man who walks through fire without asking to be rescued makes her heart race, not from fear, from awe. Women will test you, not out of cruelty but instinct. She wants to know, can this man hold himself together when I can't? If you rise and fall with her moods, she loses trust. If you stay grounded when she spirals, she falls deeper for you. Emotional control isn't about being numb, it's about responding, not reacting. The Stoics weren't robots. They felt, but they ruled over their emotions like disciplined kings. You must too. When she pulls away, don't panic. When she gets distant, don't chase. Stay rooted. When she feels you're calm in her chaos, she starts to trust you with her vulnerability. And once you have that, you have her heart. You want to know what truly makes you irresistible? It's this: being okay with loss. A man who is ready to walk away at any moment, not from bitterness, but from self-respect, is rare. Because women are used to men folding, begging, chasing. When you don't, you become unforgettable. It's not about pretending to not care. It's about truly knowing your worth. Stoicism says, don't hanker after what you don't have. Want her but don't need her. Love her but don't lose yourself. That's when she leans in, because you become the one thing most men are not: whole. Every Stoic had a mission. Marcus Aurelius ran an empire. Epictetus turned slavery into philosophy. Seneca wrote his wisdom from exile. And what are you doing? Are you chasing women or building a life they'll chase? A man with no purpose is a leaf in the wind. A man with vision is a mountain. Women don't follow charm, they follow direction. And when your life has direction, you stop begging for attention. You build, you move, you rise. That silent climb is sexy, and women sense it. She may not even know why, but she feels you're going somewhere. And every part of her wants to come along for the ride. Here's why most men never unlock this power. They're scared to be alone. They fear silence. They fear rejection. So they settle. They lower their standards. They become entertainers instead of leaders. But the Stoics warned a man who fears solitude will never master himself. You must become so whole, so solid in your solitude, that love becomes an addition, not a lifeline. That's when women chase you not because you tricked them, but because your peace is louder than everyone else's noise. Peace is power, and most men don't have it. That's why most women aren't drawn to them. Part 10. This is who you become. When you stop chasing, you attract. When you stop needing, you gain power. When you stop performing, you become real. And the real youth, disciplined, grounded, focused version is exactly what women crave. Not the boy, not the performer, not the puppet, but the man. The one who walks with purpose. Who doesn't get flustered. Who smiles at rejection because he knows he cannot be rejected from what he doesn't need. That's when you become the rare 0.5%. And yes, 99.5% of women feel it. They may not all admit it, but they feel it. That pull, that presence, that unshakable truth. You are enough. Not because she said so, but because you know so. Closing message, strong ending. If you want women to find you irresistible, stop asking how to impress them. Start asking how to become undeniable. Build yourself, rule your mind, detach from the outcomes. Embody the silence, the calm, the depth that only real men possess. You don't have to chase anymore, you just have to become. And once you do, the world and the women in it will never see you the same again.